Hi, I'm Mia, and I'm here with KCR's Basement Beats, and today I am joined by Velvet Dinner Party. You guys just performed an amazing set. You guys sounded incredible. And just to jump right into it, I wanted to ask, going down the line, what is everybody's name, what do you play, and who is your biggest musical inspiration?
To go first.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Anthony Wallace. We'll do last names, I guess. I play drums.
Yeah.
Like my favorite band ever, like that kind of like made me like music as a young boy, is Blink-182 from San Diego.
Fresh.
At one point, I was embarrassed to admit that I love
Why?
Blink-182, but I just embrace it now
Nah, don't be ashamed, bro.
because I got too cool for them for a little while. Okay,
Okay.
next.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I sing and play guitar. Can I do more than one?
Of course, as many as you need.
I would have to say probably Hole or Babes in Toyland and Pierce the Veil.
Oops, I think I have another microphone. Hi, my name is Adrian. I play bass. Some musical inspirations. I don't know. I like Death Grips. I think they're really fun. They're the thing that come to my mind right now. Weezer's really fun. That's about it for now.
No, we could.
We can circle back.
Bring up my Spotify. No, I'm just kidding. My name's Jose Avendaño. I'd say, dang, there's like too many influences. Like early on, maybe like Stevie Wonder, just because he was like
Yeah.
instrumentalist. Me and this guy bonded over Death Grips a bunch when we first met, so that was a cool one. Seen them live a bunch of times, and yeah, too many.
Awesome. So my next question is, how did you guys all get together as a band? Like, how did you meet? How was...
So yes, I met Adrian and Jose through my friend Signy. Shout out to Signy. Back in like high school, we didn't go to the same high school, but yeah, that was when we met. So that was like 7 years
A
ago.
long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and then they worked together at KPBS.
I'm the new guy to the band.
Okay.
They go way back, and I'm new.
Yeah, well, yeah, literally just this year, but yeah.
We needed a drummer, so Anthony kind of fell into our laps, and I asked him if he was down to play drums for us, and we kind of took a shot with him. He always says that I didn't hear him play or anything. I was just like, dude, I just trusted him.
I just told him that I play drums,
Yeah.
and then he asked me to join the band.
Perfect.
Pretty much. Without, like, I could have been terrible at drums.
It was fate.
Yeah, no. He had a gut feeling, I guess.
Yeah. Awesome.
Just met Adrian. When did we meet? Like 9th grade or something? Long time ago. Met Signy actually in drama. We did like a play together. That's how I met Olivia, and then yes,
We've been together ever since, like glue.
Blue. Awesome. So my next question is, what are the origins of Velvet Dinner Party? Like the name. How was that name kind of born?
I'll take this
I
one.
have
So
no idea.
okay, so I'll let y'all know. So cause Adrian was like, oh, I want to start a band. So I was like, well, let me get in on this, cause I had always wanted to start one. And then we were coming up with like pages or like name, or I don't know if you did as well, but they were all like, not it.
I think I remember this story a little differently. I think I remember sitting down on our laptop and like literally just finding names that weren't taken. And if you start a band, it's really, really difficult
Yeah.
to come up with a band name because everything's taken. Even on Spotify, you have like accounts that are like dead. They're just sitting there.
Yeah.
And you're just like, who are these people? So I think we just came up with the idea of Velvet Dinner Party. I think one was like the Velvet Underground. They're another band, again, that we take inspiration from. I do. And yeah, just the dinner party part. I think we're just looking for words that like
Yeah.
sounded interesting together. So Velvet Dinner
So
Party.
it was actually a painting I saw on Pinterest. unfortunately not sure who the artist was, but it was like a haunted mansion type vibe, and there was someone sitting at a dinner table, and they didn't have like a face, like the face was like whited out. But yeah, it was called Velvet Dinner Party. So
It was?
yes,
Oh, we have to
that's what.
find that.
Yeah, I
It's a
know.
real story.
Ever since then, it just stuck.
Yeah. There's probably talks of us changing our name at some point. We feel like it might be a little long, but we just kind of embrace it now. I mean, in the bill, we always take up a good amount of space, but we make it work.
And this was before. What's the band now has dinner party in their name?
The last dinner
The
party.
last dinner party.
yeah.
This
We
is
have no-
before.
yeah,
That's
we
how
have-
far back they go.
We have no correlation to them.
Yeah.
We started our band first, so the last dinner
OG.
party. Yeah.
Perhaps
sorry.
they stole it from you guys.
Yeah, they might have
It's
stolen it from
possible.
us.
So circling back to like childhood and when you were younger, my next question is, what was music like when you were growing up around the house?
Like what types of
What
music?
types? Like what's your relationship with music while you were growing up?
Okay. I mean, I remember. I always remember. I loved, like, I would just hear the radio. So, I remember I would always like get obsessed with certain songs on the radio, and I would literally like go and print their lyrics out and like show them to everyone in class for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, I remember doing that with like a G6 by Far East
It's just like
Movement.
poetry to you.
Yeah, it was like poetry to me. But besides that, like I grew up with my mom like listens to a lot of Hawaiian music. And I always thought that music was really good. Like their harmonies are like amazing.
Hawaiian
And-
music is sick.
Yeah. Okay.
This is Julia's question. My dad is like pretty much like literally in his life, like most of the songs he's listened to have been by a single artist, I think. Elvis. He's just like single-mindedly obsessed with Elvis.
Yeah.
So I listened to Elvis.
He was
A
telling
lot.
me this story yesterday.
Yeah,
He told me a little
yesterday.
bit, but
I
yeah.
rehearsed this story.
It's
Um,
It's the same.
But yeah, Elvis. Yeah, so there's a ton of Elvis, and I've grown to like really appreciate Elvis. He has an incredible voice. And then like I'm the oldest of my siblings, so I didn't really have like an older sibling to like pass down music. So I was just kind of like in the wild, searching by myself. And I remember like the first song I got off LimeWire was Ocean Avenue. I'm also older than them. So you guys are probably babies when Ocean Avenue came out. Not really, maybe. I don't know.
he's the unk of the group.
Yeah, I'm
We
the
like to say that.
And then I became obsessed later. Then I was like into emo, pop punk. And then I became obsessed with Vampire Weekend.
Oh, okay. Campus.
And indie. And yeah, those are kind of like the main touchstones for me.
We were talking about this yesterday. I didn't really grow up in a big musical household. My parents would they would put music every so often. They put a lot of Mexican music, Selena, and rancheros, and all that type of stuff. That was really interesting to hear. But yeah, I think through me, it was like mainly the internet was very like a pivotal moment for me. Just again, LimeWire, YouTube, and like I think the first song I ever downloaded was like "Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger" by Daft Punk and Kanye West because I wanted the Daft Punk version, but when I downloaded it, it was a Kanye West version. I was like, oh, okay, this is still fire. So then that's kind of like my rabbit hole into music and
Classic
being on the internet.
LimeWire mix-up.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of my roots.
Yeah, same thing as Adrian. I grew up with like my parents playing a bunch of like Jose, Luis Miguel, like the classic stuff like that. Like singer-songwriter stuff, like very romantic music, and lyrics always stuck out to me. And then my cousins, I did fortunately grow up with like my cousins, so they put me on to like everything from like gangster rap to like corridos to stuff like that. And then eventually, you start watching MTV, start listening to the radio, and just diving into music like that. Rock specifically, like kind of stuck out a bunch, and then jazz, and then you start playing, guitar or any other instrument, and then kind of just like started listening to more music that way. I feel, but yeah, that was my experience.
It sounds like you all have pretty different backgrounds, but like coming together as a band, how does the creative process look with such different backgrounds and such different like perspectives on music?
Well, to kind of clear up the air a little bit, me and Olivia started as a duo, and we kind of
Okay.
mainly see ourselves as a duo, but we're very lucky to have Jose and Anthony here as playing with us live, and they've contributed a lot to like the music making process. Anthony has come up with a lot of good drum riffs for like our upcoming songs. Jose obviously is a very like talented guitar player, but when it comes to songwriting, it's me and her. We kind of meet up every once in a while or whenever we feel a creative spark, and just kind of see like if she has any ideas. We kind of start workshopping, right? So
Yeah.
and we kind of develop from there, present it to them, see if we can play it live and things like that. But we do pretty much everything in house. We record, we mix, we master. We're trying to delve out a little bit to get our sound a little down, but yeah, she's like the main brain of everything. She comes up with all the melodies and everything, and I help kind of be the catalyst for her to get that out.
Okay.
She has nice melodies, good melodies. I like them.
How do you come up with? I'm gonna ask a question now. How do you come up with your melodies? How do you come up with the?
I always, I don't know, like I come up with, I feel like I keep writing it until it's like, I know it will stick. Like I know it, like that's like a catchy song. Yeah, I don't know. I mainly write lyrics first, and then I attach everything else to it. So, yeah, I always like telling a story, though.
Yeah. I saw that you guys now have 2 music videos, one for See Thirsty and one for Telephone. So how were those stories told? What was that process of making a music video like? And do you have a favorite memory from those experiences?
Whoa, yeah. So Telephone was like the first music video we did. We shot everything in an afternoon, and or excuse me, See Thirsty, yeah. See Thirsty, we shot it all in an afternoon in Imperial Beach with some friends of ours. Shout out Bethel and Oscar and everyone involved to that. You guys can check out the music video. And it was fun because Jose came through and we were all just together to have a good time. Telephone was a lot. We did this one earlier this year, and it was a very big production. A friend of ours, Sandy, was kind of, we reached out literally January 1st. They FaceTimed me and they're like, let's work on a music video. And we're like, sure. And yeah, we ended up making one, and it was a big production, you know. Shout out V60 and Kyle, Cam, and everyone. They've been a super big help, but I don't know if you have my favorite memory. We like basically spent a whole day at Olivia's parents' place shooting some bedroom scenes, and like those are really fun. It was really hot because it was an upstairs room, but just being there and like being with everyone, we're just playing music, having fun. It was like a very fun process. Like everyone got together really well.
Yeah, my favorite part for for See Thirsty, that music video, it was just fun to all be together again because we did take like a hiatus for like a couple years, and then we finally got all together again on that day to shoot the music video. And then I painted myself blue, so
I saw.
I woke up at 5 a.m. because I was scared it would look bad. I don't know. But for the thank you. For the Telephone, I think shooting the diner scene, that was pretty fun because Adrian we stole one of not stole, they let us take it. We stole one of their employees' uniforms, and he looked like he fit in it. Exactly.
Yeah, he did.
That was my acting chops, yeah. Yeah.
So to wrap up, kind of, I just wanted to ask, what is next for Velvet Dinner Party? What can we expect? You want to shout out or?
We just really want to play shows right now and kind of get back out there. We took a hiatus for a couple years. We brought these guys on board, and we're just excited to play around San Diego. We've had a lot of successful shows with a lot of local bands. We met a lot of cool people, and kind of getting back into the scene and seeing like what's out there and meeting, other bands like Tooth Fairy today and stuff like that. They were very nice, and kind of, developing that culture and working with them. Music on the way. I think we announced that we're about to release Swamp Song, which is our latest song. We played it during our set. So by the time you listen to us, it'll probably be out. So you can kind of listen to all our music online, follow us on Instagram, Velvet Dinner Party. So.
Yeah, I think we have a couple songs in the works, hoping to make more soon.
Perfect. So thank you so much for an amazing set and an amazing conversation too. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you for having
Shout out
us.
KCR.